a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
It's a star-spangled day, and there's no better way to spend the 4th of July than enjoying America's game. For our nation's birthday, let's celebrate with family, hot dogs, and a slice of apple pie, while the Halos provide the fireworks. Angels and Rays next.
Happy 4th of July from St. Petersburg, Florida. The Angels coming down from Boston after dropping 2 of 3. And today from Tropicana Field, they kick off a 4-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays. From inside the Big Top, we welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Kubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and today Mike Scioscia will hand the ball off to Nick Tropeano. Certainly good numbers in his 10 starts this year, and he's coming off the disabled list, actually coming off a AAA to make the start today.
Yeah, Victor, he's just throwing the ball so well before going on the disabled list for the Angels. One of the most consistent starters, certainly when you think about what he has done on the road. 2-1 with a 2.63 ERA on the road. He's got a pretty good fastball. Will sink the fastball. It's around 89 to 93 range, but his changeup, a plus changeup, gets a lot of swing and misses with it. Also a curveball that he changes speeds very well. So for me, against his team, against the Rays, got to use that curveball, got to use that changeup. But Tropeano does so. He should be effective here today. And those numbers, you talk about what he's done in 10 starts, 3.21, but what he's done on the road is the most important thing for me here today.
Tampa Bay Rays have struggled this year, as has their pitching staff. Matt Moore, however, is on the mound for the Rays, and he's got good career numbers against the Angels. We're just about ready for baseball here in St. Petersburg. Sit back or relax. Can bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return.
This telecast of Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Hyundai. The 4th of July sales event is going on now at your local Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. By Jack in the Box, the Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack is back. Taste it before it's gone. By Mercury Insurance, on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by the Jeep Renegade. Find your inner Renegade and reach your highest potential with an EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon.
my family back home in LA, and I miss you guys, and to my brother and his kids in Killeen, Texas. Can't wait to see you again. Go Angels.
This is Corporal Hall. I am currently deployed with the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit aboard the USS Wasp in the Atlantic Ocean. Happy 4th of July. To my wife, Paige, I love you, and light up the halo.
Hope you're enjoying your 4th of July, and thanks to all the military men and women serving around the world. And a chance to, if they get a chance to listen to our broadcast, we thank you for your service, and happy 4th to all of you and your families.
That was super cool for them to shout out. Light up that halo. Hopefully we get a chance to do that this afternoon. Thank you for all the men and women serving and protecting us, allowing us to enjoy this 4th of July.
It'd be nice to be outside under the sunshine here in Central Florida, but on the Gulf Coast. But we're indoors here at Tropicana Field. We'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for the Angels, game number 83. At 33-49, Yunel Escobar will lead things off. Cole Calhoun getting the afternoon off, so Mike Trout will bat second. He'll play center. Albert Pujols at DH, C.J. Cron at first, Johnny Giavotella at second. Jeffrey Marte gets a start in left field once again. Jeff Bandy behind the plate. Andrelton Simmons is the shortstop, but Shane Robinson gets a start today in right field. He will bat ninth. They take on the 27-year-old left-hander native of Fort Walton Beach, Florida, by the name of Matt Moore.
And Matt Moore, good fastball, 89-94 range, with occasional cut fastball, though not as many as in the past. Curveball solid, very good changeup too for Matt Moore. My go-to is to be successful against Moore today. Get that heater middle up. He will make some mistakes out over the plate. 16 home runs allowed, and don't chase that breaking ball. It's a very good one, especially when he's ahead of the count.
Check out the Rays defensively here behind Matt Moore. You've got Dickerson, Geyer, and Souza in the outfield from left to right. Longoria, Miller, Forsythe, and Morrison from third to first. And our old friend Hank Conger behind the plate.
And Longoria over at third base, two-time Gold Glove winner back in 09 and 2010. 980 fielding percentage this year, second best amongst AL third baseman. Adrian Beltre at the top, has turned 13 double plays also. I've always loved the way he prepares as far as that third base position. He works on ground balls, usually before games and batting practice, working on his reflex on the knees, working left to right with his hands to be able to knock the baseball down.
It's been a tough season for the Tampa Bay Rays, as it has been for the Angels. The Rays just got swept in a 4-game series here by the Detroit Tigers. The Rays coming into this one at 33-48. They are bringing up the rear in the American League East. Yunel Escobar ready to lead things off. Former Ray hitting .318, 3 home runs, 22 runs batted in. 4-hit game yesterday. 3 singles and a double, 2 runs batted in. His second 4-hit game of the season. First one today is cut on and fouled straight back.
Hitters so far this year against Matt Moore, though, on 0-1 counts, .472 batting average, 17 for 36 with 3 home runs allowed when put in play on an 0-1 count. Tells you he'll generally come right back with a fastball after being ahead 0-1.
Bunt on the third base side. Moore off the mound, picks it up, fires the first. Low throw. Morrison can't come up with it. Ball trickles away, and Yunel will be safe at first base.
It should be a base hit there on a bunt attempt by Escobar. Played well by Moore. Get off the mound very quickly. As a left-hander, you're going to go towards that third base side. The low throw.
That's an error on Moore.
It's a tough error. It's a bang-bang play.
49th error committed by the Rays. And Trout will bat here with a man on and nobody out. Trout in 325 with 17 home runs, 54 runs batted in. Went hitless yesterday. A couple of walks, picked up an RBI, but had his 9-game hitting streak snapped. Cuts through the first pitch fastball. Seen that a little bit more so here of late. Short lead for Escobar at first. And that next pitch is upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moore making his 17th start. 4-5 and a 4.67 ERA. Tommy John surgery in April of 2014. He's gone 6+ innings in 5 straight starts. The last 2 starts, he took no hitters into the 5th inning. One against Baltimore, one against Boston. Against Baltimore, he eventually gave up 5 runs. 6 2/3. Against Boston's last start up, no runs in 7 innings as he falls behind here, 2 balls and a strike.
And real good numbers in his career. All on the road, though, 3-0 with a 1.52. His last start against the Angels, though, was back in 2013 when that fastball was consistently running up there, 93 to 97 range.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Moore's name has been brought up quite a bit. We'll continue to hear a lot more names over the next couple of weeks now that we're into July. The trade deadline coming up. Rays had some arms that they could move. Escobar reaching on the error by Moore on the bunt down the third base line. Trout with a 2-2 count. Pujols on deck. Ground ball left side. Longoria's got it. He'll go short, but that's the only play they're going to get. They retire Escobar for the first out.
In my Hyundai Kia on the 4th of July, going a little Don McLean. We're going American Pie, using the entire field. That's important against Moore because, again, he will throw fastballs in, breakables in, but also tries to elevate away. You have to use the entire field, especially for somebody like Pujols and Trout, drive the ball to right center field.
All right, on home runs, you got to sing the bye-bye American Pie line.
Oh, I'll get you covered. I got you covered.
So Trout on board, 1 out, reaching on the fielder's choice. Albert hitting .252. 15 home runs, 56 RBIs. 1 for 3 game yesterday with a double. His 11th of the year. Angels had 10 hits. Made some mistakes on the base paths early. And the bullpen struggled to keep it close later on. Speaking of the bullpen, the Angels did make a move. Jose Alvarez sent down. Make room for Nick Tropiano's making the start today. Release Chacin now in the bullpen. There's Trop. All teams today wearing the Stars and Stripes uniforms. Foul tipped into the mid, 1-2.
That was a high changeup. If Albert stays back, that's the pitch you can drive out to right center field. A mistake.
A couple of nooks and cranny in this ballpark on the outfield wall, but 315 down the left field line, 322 down the right, 404 to straightaway center. Varying heights on the fences. One-two. Reaching for that one. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Forsythe, the second baseman, shading toward the middle. Big hole on the right side. Trout once again with Moore on the mound. Pretty good lead.
Yeah, you can steal a base against Moore if you guess right. Times it played about 1.3, 1.35, which is a little bit below average as far as times to the plate. His best move is when he steps off quickly and throws over the first base.
Albert lifts one out toward shallow center field. Forsythe drifting out. He's calling for it. 2 down.
Albert expanded his strike zone there. It's Matt Moore. Frustrated. Pitch up and out of the strike zone. Chased it. Moore gets a pop-up. Gets second out of the inning.
Two outs, Trout at first. Here's Cron. Monster game Saturday. Yesterday ended up going 0 for 4. 282 average, 9 home runs and 42 runs batted in.
more one of those guys on the mound from a mechanic standpoint that just makes it look effortless. Fastball down and away.
At times have little David Price in as far as not on the follow through on the fastball, then straight up recoils.
Thinking the exact same thing after that last pitch. Crow skies one out to left field. Dickerson is there, and the Angels get a man on and leave him stranded. Well, to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Canna Field, no score, and we'll take a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. Game number 82. Logan Forsythe at second base, leading things off. Brad Miller at short, Evan Longoria at third, Logan Morris at the first baseman, Brandon Guyer at center, Steven Souza Jr. in right field, Corey Dickerson at left. Osvaldo Arcia, the former Twin, is now the DH, and Hank Conger batting ninth, doing the catching as they take on Nick Tropeano, who's making his 11th start, 3-2 record, and a 3.25 ERA.
And Tropeano with real good numbers so far this year on the road. We talked about that in the opening. 3-2 mark this season, 3.25. My go-tos for Trope to be successful today at the Trop. Change up for outs. He's got a very good change up and a split finger also. Low fastball strikes. Occasionally will make some mistakes upstairs. Keep that ball down and get some quick ground ball outs.
You want to rename this place Tropeano Field, don't you?
Yes, I do. Well, if he throws a great game, we will do so.
In honor of him.
Yes.
There's Logan Forsythe, the second baseman, to lead things off. And he will look at a strike. 9-game hitting streak for Forsythe, hitting .304, 16 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Spent some time on the disabled list. The hairline fracture in his left scapula, forcing him onto the DL. Rays had their share of visits to the disabled list, as have the Angels. 2-1 count. Rays 15th in batting average as a team. They're 4th in home runs with 110. They've actually hit 30 more home runs than the Angels, but they've scored a lot fewer runs, 326. That brings up the rear in the American League. Three-one count.
He's pulling off a little bit on that breaking ball, falling a little bit towards the first base side of the pitching mound for Tropeano. And you'll see that on occasion. It's very important for him to keep his front shoulder closed enough where he can stay middle part of the plate and then down and away on his breaking ball.
This one's fouled off.
That was much better.
Full count.
Again, we talk about that with hitters flying open, front hip, and that shoulder flies open, but same thing for a pitcher. Tropeano, he has good balance over that pitching rubber, but that front shoulder staying in longer to allow him to work downhill That one much better for Tropiano.
Three-two on the way, and that's drilled out towards center field. Trout moving back on it, still drifting, and onto the track here at Tropicana Field. There's that Tropiano field.
There it is.
One out. Check out the Angels defensively. Marte, Trout, Robinson in the outfield. Escobar, Simmons, Giovatello, Crone in the infield, and Bandy behind the plate.
And Giovatello has done a much better job defensively at second base this season. The improvement as far as his fielding percentage, much better this year. 985, committed 4 errors as compared to last year 978. Has also turned 43 double plays. By the way, Trout drifting back towards the shark, the Ray tank, which is good to be able to see for Trout going out to center field.
Here we go, Brad!
Brad Miller, the shortstop, hitting .244. 11 home runs and 28 RBIs. Has an 0-1 count.
I think their goal always against Miller is to stay in that outer half of the plate, keep it down. His power, he has 11 home runs this year, is on the inner half of the plate, especially on a fastball inside. Old school, no batting gloves.
Florida native out of Orlando, went to Clemson University. He fouls this one back, 1-2.
Well, you can see the difference in that swing on the fastball away. He's already stepping out, trying to pull the baseball late on the fastball away.
I don't remember him having that leg kick like that. If he did, it wasn't as pronounced as it is now. Second round pick in 2011 by Seattle. 1-2. Check swing. He went around. Yes, he did. Down goes Miller, 2 down.
And Victor, with the leg kick you mentioned there, it would be very difficult for him, especially when he gets that foot down, to be able to have coverage on the outer half of the plate and or a breaking ball. Committed to his swing, clearly crossed the plate. Second out of inning, punch out for Tropiano. That tells you he's looking inner half of the plate. Now, a lot of times you think you have to show in. I don't think you have to show in. Go soft away, fastballs down and away, breaking balls in the dirt against Miller throughout this game.
Base is clear for Evan Longoria. Third baseman comes in batting .278. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. 18 home runs for Longoria, 45 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes.
Tropiano does a nice job of changing speed with his breaking ball. A lot of times you think and look at it as it's a slider. He changes speed on his curveball, a little bit different break than a normal 12-6 on a curveball.
This one's pulled to left field. It's a base hit. Went down and got the off-speed pitch. A 2-out single will bring up Morrison.
It's a pretty good piece of hitting, really. A breaking ball down and away. Went down and got it. Tracked that one very well. Tropiano upset with himself, especially ahead 0-2. Even though it's in a lower part of the strike zone and down, you actually have an opportunity to bounce that potentially with an 0-2 count.
Tropiano from the stretch for the first time with 2 outs here in the first. And here's Logan Morrison, the first baseman. First one's off the plate. Dana DeMuth, by the way, calling the balls and strikes. He's the crew chief. Ed Hickox at first, Ben May at second, and Mike Estabrook at third base. The umpiring crew for this 4-game set. 1-1. Second time these two teams have met. They met in early May at the Big A, and the Rays swept that 3-game series. Tropiano pitched in one of those games. Ended up taking the loss. Gave up 3 runs on 7 hits and 5 1/3. Had 10 strikeouts though in that game. 2 walks. Morrison skies one out to right field. Playable for Shane Robinson. And he'll make the catch for the third out. That's 10 strikeouts, one shy. A career high. Went to the second with no score.
The driver's seat brought to you by Kia. The Angels have been very good on this Independence Day. Last 8 games, 7-1 record. Batting average of .377, averaging 8 runs per game on Independence Day. The fireworks with the bats.
Giavotella, Marte, and Bandy for the Angels here in the second. Johnny lines one out to center field. Brandon Guyer is there to put it away. Round number 1, Guyer playing center field with Kevin Kiermaier on the disabled list.
You're seeing some pretty aggressive swings against Moore, and that ball was hit very well by Giavotella on first pitch. About a little over 68% of his first pitches to right-handed batters are fastballs.
One pitch, one out, and that'll bring up Jeffrey Marte getting the start once again in left field. And he will take upstairs. Jeffrey's batting average down to .228. 4 home runs, 12 runs batted in. Fouls this one back. Marte ended up hitting just .203 in the month of June. 0 for 8 so far in July.
And he has the ability, Matt Moore, to throw his curveball for strikes, but when he's ahead of the count like he is right now, he'll bounce that curveball.
1-2. Breaking ball. That's a called strike 3. 2 down. First strikeout for Moore. Every game matters to the Angels. Summer Pass is now on sale. The Summer Pass is good for all 17 Sunday through Thursday games in July and August, including games against the Yankees and Red Sox. With the Upper Deck Pass for only $49, you can save all summer. Get yours today at angels.com/summerpass. There's a shot of Gooby on the paddleboard earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
Good shot, man.
Work in progress.
Incredible balance. Jeff Bandy fouls the first one back. Back-to-back starts for him behind the plate. 0 for 2 yesterday with a hit by pitch and a walk. 255 batting average, a couple of home runs, 10 runs batted in.
Moore with some pretty good life on his fastball early on in this game. And one of those modified deliveries from the full windup, almost as he's in the stretch position. Very similar to what David Price throws. We saw that yesterday with Sean O'Sullivan. Career high 175 strikeouts back in 2012.
And he takes a called strike 3 on a fastball, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Moore. We'll head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Independence Day, USAA honors those who have served and all of our service members at home and abroad. Happy Independence Day. We are indoors at Tropicana Field. Nick Tropiano back out on the mound, making his 11th start. Will face Geyer, Souza, and Dickerson here in the second with no score. 2-out single for Tropiano. That's all he allowed in the first. Nothing more. Brandon Geyer will take a strike. The center fielder hitting .264 with 7 home runs. .17 runs batted in. And now this is in. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Geyer is a guy that has a closed stance to begin with, and where most batters will step toward the pitcher, he steps even further across.
And that means you would think he'd have a tough time with the fastball inside. He's looking to drive the ball middle to middle away, you would think, with that swing.
It also leads to a lot of hit by pitches. He leads the American League right now in hit by pitches. As a matter of fact, he has 51 career hit by pitches. He's tied with Carlos Pena for the franchise record. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As a matter of fact, Pena did it in 2,971 plate appearances. Geyer has 918.
Who was it? The infielder for the Montreal Expos. What was it? Ron Hunt? Used to get hit with a lot of pitches. He was an infielder with the Expos back in the day. He used to be right on top of the plate. Got hit all the time.
Full count now. Geyer with Moore, HBPs with Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Hank Aaron, Rod Carew, and Dave Winfield. It's got to feel good.
Yeah. It's one of those stats you really have to earn your way on that list.
And he gets jammed, pops it up on the third base side. Escobar moving over near the dugout and runs out of room. This one on top of the dugout. That's one way to earn your way on base and get your on base percentage up. Ron Hunt. He had 243 hit by pitches in his career. He got hit 50 times one year. This one's lifted out toward left field, toward the corner. Marte moving over. Remember, not familiar with playing left field all that much, and here at this ballpark with the white ceiling, it becomes an adventure, especially in day games.
Yeah, you got to make sure you never take your eye off the baseball. As you drift either right or left or back, you got to keep your eye on the baseball. See right there, just trying to track the baseball, even though he's working towards that foul line, and then at the last second has to go back just enough, but still track it down to get that first out of the inning. So what's Ron Hunt? 50 times?
50 times in 1971 with the Expos. He would have been a teammate of Bill Stoneman at that point, right?
That's right. Mr. No-No himself.
Yeah. Because he was a member of the Expos when he gave up the pinch hit home run to my dad in the All-Star game.
I'm sure he's listening back and he's proud of that moment.
He's never shy about that story.
No. He's the best. He's a great storyteller.
Oh, he tells his story in years following that when he came to the American League, where when they play in Kansas City and they would throw that up on the scoreboard as trivia as my old man's coming to the plate. He'd be in the bullpen. He'd call down to the dugout and put me in. I want to drill this son of a gun. You talk about a wall scraper of a home run.
But it looked like it was 450 feet though.
Yeah.
I remember those games watching with Ron Hunt at the plate and against all those years against the Phillies and getting hit with pitches and screaming, thinking, all right, why don't you get him a little bit better than this, reaching out and get that arm out over the plate to get hit by a pitch.
And Ron spent his whole career in the National League, so I never got a chance to watch him. Child of the 70s. I was in the American League with my old man watching the Royals and stuff. 3-1 to Souza. This is a shot through the right side, beats the shift. So a one-out single puts a man on. Corey Dickerson is coming to the plate.
Don Baylor was another guy that comes to mind. He got hit by a lot of pitches himself, but you always apologize when you hit Don Baylor, though. I didn't mean it.
Groove got hit 267 times. 35 was his best year. That's it.
That's it?
15 shy of Ron Hunt. Come on, Groove.
We had a 3-game series where we hit him 3 games in a row, the exact spot on his arm, and he didn't flinch on any of them. That's when we knew. We just hoped that he would go down to first base and not charge the mound.
That's when you hoped you had StatCast at that point, just so you could measure the ricochet off his arms. Down the dirt for ball 1.
Exit velocity off the forearm.
Dickerson hitting .215, 13 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Left fielder.
Another hitter that's geared up to the fastball in this Rays lineup. Tropiano has had 4 double plays turned behind him this year.
Came over from the Rockies in an offseason deal. Jake McGee, the lefty reliever, one of 4 players part of that deal, going the other way. 8th round pick in 2010 by the Rockies. Two balls, no strikes. Dickerson last year 304 for Colorado with 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in just 65 games. Two and one out the outside corner. I mentioned that batting average for Dickerson to 395 in 23 games at Coors Field, 257 on the road. The dangers of falling in love with a hitter from Coors Field or from the Rockies organization, making sure the splits work out.
Good action count here for the Rays. Tropiano sensing that. Tropiano with 4 pickoffs this year. Never had any in his career before this season.
Two-one pitch. Dickerson lines one out to right field, chasing Robinson back. He's near the wall, and he'll make the catch. Souza back to first base. Gave it a ride, but just not enough lift. Stays in the yard for out number 2.
And on a fastball, that's what he drives very well. Just missed this one. Back to the wall. Robertson comfortably gets back at the wall, makes the play, gets it in quickly.
Almost enough tail at the end of that fastball.
Yeah, if that stayed straight middle, yeah, that was going to go. Dickerson is very, very strong.
Speaking of strong, here's Arcia, the former Minnesota Twin, claimed off waivers on the year. 242 average, 5 home runs, 16 runs batted in. This will be his 9th game with the Rays. He's gone 9 for 25 since coming over. Command spotty for Tropiano through 33 pitches, 19 strikes, 14 balls. This one jacked down the right field line, and that is foul.
Arcia always geared up for a fastball. All speed pitch is out in front enough. Pull that one just foul. Very strong, hits the ball very well the other way too. He can get a fastball middle down and hit that ball out to left center field.
Tantalizing power with Minnesota. 14 home runs in his first year, 97 games, then 20 home runs in 103 games in 2014. Low batting average, will strike out quite a bit. That's blocked by Jet. 2-1 count.
Able to move the body over very well on this break a ball in the dirt.
Three balls, 1 strike.
And there's dangerous counts right now for Tropiano. Fastball count. Arcia looking for a fastball here.
Got the Stars and Stripes uniform. Looks like he's still playing for the Twins today. Rays the alternate jersey, usually that baby blue one.
Well, the Rays somewhat of a disappointment this year, along with the Minnesota Twins. There's a lot of enthusiasm up there in the Twin Cities, thinking that team was going to carry on what they did last year into this season. It's been a struggle for the Twins. Same thing with the Rays, obviously with the Angels themselves.
As far as the win percentage is concerned, Twins And the worst at 333. Then the Angels at 402. Rays at 407.
Billy Cash's second season as the manager of the Rays. A lot of optimism coming into the season from a lot of writers about this Rays team. Nice play by Fan. 2 hands. Make a play.
Steven Souza was on the move, so he'll head back to first base.
To the left of us.
With Archie at the plate, left-handed batter. Cron will play behind Souza. It's going to be off for the next pitch. Hank Conger on deck. 3-2. Foul back.
See that approach there for RC is trying to drive the ball the other way. A fastball away at 91 from Tropiano. Tropiano has a changeup and a split finger fastball. A split finger fastball might be a very effective pitch going down and away now, especially out there fastball away.
You got guys that are left-handed pull happy guys. Certainly open up that side of things. Souza again takes off, and that one fouled back. Souza getting a nice workout between first and second.
Then you had the field turf here with the dirt infield. Same thing up there at Rogers Center now in Toronto.
Much better now with the dirt infield as opposed to just the dirt around the bases. Arcia strikes out swinging, and the second is in the books. We'll head to the third. 8-9 of 1 coming up for the Angels. Still no score. Moore back out on the bump for Tampa Bay. He's coming off a 1-2-3 second in which he struck out to Marte and Bandy, both looking. So it'll be Simmons, Robinson, and Escobar. 2 strikeouts, no walks, no hits allowed. Escobar reached on an error on a bunt at the third base line to lead off the game. Moore got charged with the error. Simmons pops this one up. Miller, the shortstop, backpedaling out. Put it away for out number 1. Hey, every moment matters during the 70s themed weekend that's upcoming. Angels taking on the White Sox right after the All-Star break. On Friday, July 15th, it all begins, and fans in attendance that night will receive a groovy rally monkey courtesy of Jack in the Box while supplies last. Visit angels.com/promotions to get your tickets today.
There's a groovy Wave Runners.
Would have been awesome if you'd taken the rally monkey with you on that wave run.
I know.
For the promotion.
I forgot it. Remember yesterday
held him up
we were
high.
talking about it. Yes. He's with us.
Shane Robinson takes a strike. No Cole Calhoun today. He's getting the day off with Moore on the bump. So Shane gets a start in right. 224 with a home run and 5 RBIs. This was yanking glove by Longoria. Terrific play by the Rays third baseman as that ball got on him in a hurry.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier today as far as the defense for the Rays, how much Longoria works on his reflexes at that third base position. Well, he needed all that quickness to make this play. And that's our AT&T high-speed replay. The prep step ready to rip baseball by him, but catches it. The quick reflexes for the two-time Gold Glove winner at third base, Evan Longoria.
Oh, good rip.
That is super quick on the reflexes from Longoria.
Not only that, you watch that replay, the eyes just follow the baseball the whole way.
I mean, it's great watching him. Like tomorrow we'll be able to see that, how much he works on that. He'll be on his knees and they'll hit ground balls and line drives at him just to react with his hands. Knowing at third base, that's what you have to have, those quick hands to make a play like that.
Borderline pitch. Moore doesn't get the call, evens the count at 1-1. Escobar 0 for 1.
Still surprised that Matt Moore was given an error on that bump by Escobar.
Two-one count.
He's overthrowing a couple fastballs in a row in the inside corner against Escobar.
Bottom part of the strike zone, full count. Trout on deck. Three-two now. Escobar lifts one down the right field line, slicing away from Souza Jr. And he leaps up. Ball looked like it jumped off his glove. Hopefully everyone's all right down there. Souza going over the wall.
Good effort though by him. Jumping up at the last second as he gets close to that wall. Trying to track where the wall was, leaps up off the glove and then eventually into the stands.
Little girl's underneath. She took cover.
Yes.
So big smile on her face. So
she was able to laugh about it. Yeah, that was good.
And on the hands. Good battle. Escobar here with the Rays 2013 and 14. Now originally with the Braves, get traded to Toronto. 3 seasons with the Blue Jays, 2 with the Rays. Last year with the Nationals and this year with the Angels. And his names are bandied about as well, so as a potential trade target. All fastballs, and why not when you've seen some of the swings that Escobar's had against him.
He's been late staying inside, but eventually, though, one of those fastballs is going to drift out over the plate the more you throw inside. You would think he would have him set up to throw a breaker ball down and in. One of these fastballs has a chance of drifting out over the plate if he continues to throw him inside. Looks like he's going back in again.
This one away, and it's shot to right field. Souza moving back on it, reaches up, it's over his head. One hops the fence. Escobar's on his way to second, and he is in there with a 2-out double.
Just like that, that did drift out over the plate, and he drives it hard to right field for a double. It's 20th of the season. See Conger setting up in. You got to reach back across the plate, and a good swing by Escobar looking to go the other way. And just over the head of Souza, Jr. in right field.
So man in scoring position for the first time today, and it's Trout coming up. Mike reached on the fielder's choice in the first.
Trout real good career numbers here as far as batting average coming into the game here at the Trop. 408, a 405 batting average for Trout here.
One ball, one strike. Hank keeping now one near the plate.
Like Conger wanted a high fastball, instead gets a low fastball, able to keep that in front of him. So you want to go fastball upstairs again.
Big rip, fouled back. 1-2.
Trout with a 364 batting average on high pitches, which is the 6th best in the majors, and they're trying to go upstairs against them. The familiar sound of the cowbells. More cowbells here, as Christopher Walken would say. Trout with 2 strikes. Most hits in the American League with 49. And then 3 Red Sox just below him. Saw that in Fenway. Trout very comfortable behind in the count with 2 strikes.
Big lead for Escobar at second, and Trout fouls this one back.
That's a pretty good hack. Fastball, middle part of the plate, upper part of the strike zone, foul this straight back. Talk about being on a baseball. That had a chance to go a long way.
Breaking ball up the middle, knocked down by Moore. Gets away from him, and he's got no play. Escobar ends up at third.
Ground ball right back up the middle. I think it was the speed of that baseball off the bat fooled Moore. Not hit quite as hard as normal for Trout. So he had time to react and not able to make the play. Interesting, Trout gets a base hit on that one, but it seemed like a more difficult play on the bunt play by Escobar. He got an error. Once again, with 2 strikes, Trout a base hit.
First and third for Albert. 2 outs here in the third. Albert popped down his first time up, takes upstairs. A little rally for the Angels here in the third inning. It all started with Escobar and his prolonged plate appearance. Eventually led to the double out to right. Now Trout with an infield base hit. Took something off.
And that's one thing it's hurt Matt Moore this year, that big inning, that big swing with a couple guys on base. Mentioned earlier, 16 home runs allowed coming in the game in 96 and a third innings pitched.
Albert drives one out to left center field. It will stay in the ballpark. Geyer puts it away, and the Angels leave 2 off. Way to the bottom of the third, scoreless. On this 4th of July. Hope you're enjoying your time with your friends and family. Hey folks, in recognition of this July 4th weekend, Fox Sports Supports is proud to team up with The Mission Continues, empowering veterans who are adjusting to life at home and finding purpose through community impact. Visit foxsportssupports.com to learn more. And Tropiano will face 9-1-2 for the Rays here in the third inning. Hank Conger to lead things off. Tropiano with 2 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits allowed. Total of 40 pitches thrown through the first 2. Hank will look at his strike. 196 average for Conger. 5 doubles, 3 home runs, and 10 RBIs in his first season with the Rays. Always an entertaining fellow.
Yeah, one of our favorites.
2-1. Great Albert Pujols impersonator as a base runner.
Yeah, that's how he went down the first base line, went straight down. Was it a bunt?
Yep.
He smiled forever on that one.
That's pulled foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Out in front of a changeup.
Two. Called strike 3. Conger knew it. 1 down.
Way out there, changeup, painted that fastball outside part of the plate. Shot by Jet Manny, framing that pitch. Got that glove right there. Third strikeout of the game for Tropiano.
Top of the order now, Logan Forsythe. Forsythe 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center. This one lifted foul and out of play.
Well, right after him with a fastball and a fastball count, but had enough movement for Forsythe to be late on it. It's a good movement on the fastball for Tropiano. His changeup's been solid, breaking ball the same.
Only hits allowed for Tropiano. A couple of singles, 2-out single in the first, a 1-out single by Souza in the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Velocity seems to be good so far. I mean, these are the things you kind of worry about. A guy spends some time on the disabled list with a little shoulder issue. Breaking ball.
And so far, consistent around 91, 92. Fastball will range from, depending on the 2-seam, 4-seam fastball, 89 to 93 range.
There's payoff. It's a ground ball toward the hole. Simmons to the backhand. A little bit of a bobble. Good throwing arm, though. It still gets it. 2 down.
Well, when you look at that, you put it in perspective how long of a throw that is for Simmons. It's a slight little bobble, but still recover well with that arm strength he has. On the backhand, picked it right up with the glove and quickly fires across. He has that over the top throw, so that way the ball will not run into the runner going towards first base, and gets a lot on it.
No stress. A lot of guys you see start stressing, start peeking up toward the runner. He knows who's running, knows how much time he's got.
And he can throw that baseball about 95, 98 across the diamond.
Miller, tardy on the fastball. He struck out in the first. That's a perfect example. You were talking about in the first at bat of the off-speed pitching, a guy wanting to pull, where that right hip starts to just kind of float down that first base line, trying to yank something.
And it's very difficult for him to have coverage on that middle to middle away, especially on something off speed. Up and away, he could still hit the ball to left field. Down away fastball, or certainly off speed away, very difficult to do so.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Dustin Ackley of the Mariners, now the Yankees. A similar issue, fall in love with pulling, you know, in college. The big league's a little bit different.
And playing in Safeco Field, if you're going to hit a home run, you have to hit the right if you're a left-handed hitter in that ballpark. At least it used to be.
Yeah.
Brought the fences in. There's more home runs hit at Safeco this year than any other American League ballpark, which is a complete surprise.
(3-2). Miller shoots it foul.
Longoria on deck. Still feel that he has it set up for an all-speed pitch going down and away on a 3-2 count.
3-2. Miller fouls it back. Another fastball. Staying firm away. At least trying to anyway.
And late on the swing.
Miller went down swinging, as I mentioned in the first inning, but it was on an off-speed pitch. Could not hold up on a breaking ball low. Off speed out toward right center field. Trout racing back, and this one is gone. A home run for Brad Miller, and it gives the Rays a 1-0 lead.
Talked about needing to be down and away, but this was away, but it was upstairs where he can get his arms extended. You see the target set up by Bandy, then he's got to reach back across the plate. Tropiano knew that he made a mistake there. Change up.
12th of the year, 29th run batted in. So the Angels play from behind here in the third. And here's Longoria. They haven't had a base hit to left field with 2 outs in the first. Pops this one up behind the plate. Bandy gets rid of the mask. And they'll make the catch for the 3rd out. But the Rays strike for a run on the Miller blast. We'll head to the 4th. Angels down 1-0.
By Miller, bottom of the 3rd. C.J. Cron going to lead off here in the top of the 4th.
It'll be Cron, Giavotella, and Marte here in the 4th.
Batting average has risen each month for C.J. Cron.
Cron hit a fly ball to left field in the first. He's 0 for 1, just missed it. Moore with a couple of strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits allowed, both occurring in the 3rd.
What a series he had in Boston. 8 for 15 with 3 home run and 9 RBI, including a grand slam.
Moore at 47 pitches, 34 strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike. All things considered, not a bad crowd here at St. Petersburg on a Monday, 4th of July. Sun is out outside. It's 88 degrees outside. Humidity.
Yeah, they were expecting 14,000 plus. Pretty good crowd.
Three-one. Fouls it back.
As usual, a lot of Angel fans here too.
Early. No batting practice for either team. The Angels got in, I should say too late, but after an almost 4-hour game in Boston. Guys probably went to bed around midnight just after that to head to the yard here for day game. Always comes up early. Sneaks up on him, if you will. 3-2. Oh, reaching for it on an off-speed pitch. We bounce this one to second. One down.
It was really cool earlier today. Tim Lincecum signed a ton of autographs for fans. He went out, played some catch in preparation for his start tomorrow. There's Tim right there. Signed autograph after autograph. Great to see that.
Today was his scheduled turn in the rotation, but Mike Scioscia and the Angels deciding to bring Tropiano in. Chacin's spot in the order would not have occurred till Wednesday. So they bumped Chacin to the pen, put Tropiano here, and give Weaver and Lincecum both an extra day. Johnny jumping on the first pitch for the second time. This one out to shallow center field. That's Geyer putting it away.
And now it's time for Tool to the Trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. Matt Moore today, especially against Marte and Bandy. Goes a high pitch right around letter high, freezes him for a call third strike, upper part of the strike zone, and then follows it up with a low fastball at the knees to freeze Bandy. So he's expanded the strike zone very well early on. For Matt Moore, we talked about his stuff. He's always had a good fastball, locates it well, but also a good breaking ball. He's located all pitches well so far in this game.
Jeffrey struck out looking into second. Matt Moore making his 5th career start against the Angels. 3-0 at a 1.52 ERA. Born in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. His dad, Air Force, to age 6 he moved to Japan, Okinawa to be exact. Spent some time there at the high school in New Mexico. Rays drafted him in the 8th round. His dad still works for the Department of Defense.
Always liked my conversation with Matt Moore. Such a polite young man.
His dad worked at Special Ops H-53 helicopters, the Air Force. That hit him right in the thigh.
That had some sound.
Quite a 1-2 fastball.
He's pitched inside a lot in this game. That got Marte pretty square. Just above the knee.
Oh, that sound.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about Don Baylor and the ricochet. The ricochet on that last one.
Yeah.
Was unbelievable toward that Rays dugout.
You can see just slightly above that knee area. And that's one of those pitches we get hit by. You're going to feel that as the game progresses. He's trying to walk it off right now. He's a tough guy. See right here exactly where it gets him. And that got him firm. It's the 5th batter that Moore has hit this year. He didn't want to make a mistake inside and drifted out over the plate, similar to what we did to Escobar. And that time he pulled that pitch across and gets him above the knee. And what's a good velocity on that one too. That's a 94. All on the bone area around just above the knee.
Bandy 0 for 1, struck out looking down the second.
.357 batting average with his 2 home runs against left-handed pitching. Well, so often you see that, especially even still a relatively young pitcher. Matt Moore, you hit a batter and all of a sudden the next two pitches way off the outside corner. Clearly not done on purpose. But for him to be successful, he's going to try to pitch inside. And so far, 2 pitches out over the plate. Now in a very good hitter's count for Bandy.
3-0. Go back to the Marte hit by pitch, though. 1-2. It's almost as if overthinking the scenario. You got a guy who's been struggling late on your fastball, almost trying to set him up or something.
And so many times, how many times we said that there's no need to set up at that point? You already have him set up. You're ahead of the count.
3-1.
Certainly have to keep an eye on Marte as the game progresses.
To Bandy. Loops this one down the right field line to foul territory. Morrison giving chase, not going to get there. Full count, 2 outs. Marte will take off on the next pitch. Andrelton Simmons is on deck.
And Morrison holding on. Marte in the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. A lot of room on that right side of the infield now.
And it just missed inside. Ball 4. First free pass issued. So a hit batter, now a walk, puts 2 men on with 2 outs.
And 2 guys we had just shown that Moore struck out looking. Marte and Bandy now both on base. 1 hit by pitch, now a walk. Bringing up Simmons, who's been swinging the bat very well of late. Including that last homestand into the road trip into Boston. 400 batting average in his last 11 games. Almost get that batting average up to 250 now. 249 for Simmons.
Breaking ball for a strike. Halos 1 for 2 with men in scoring position. Andrelton popped out leading off the 3rd. 0 for 1. And that is drilled out to deep left field. This one is going to go off the wall. Marte will score. Bandy's going to be stopped. Simmons in at second with an RBI double. We're tied at 1.
Simmons continued that hot swing, and that fastball was right down the heart of the plate. And he drives that off the wall. Stayed back on a well. We talked about it in the pregame show, getting that 2 taps down as far as that front leg, and the timing for Simmons much better of late. Just miss. Hitting his 2nd home run, picks up his 10th double, 14th RBI for Andrelton Simmons. In that 2-out, 1-2 hit by pitch. Seems to have rattled Matt Moore. He was on a roll.
Robinson drives one out to center. Geyer has a beat on it, and he'll put it away for the 3rd out. But the Angels do tie it up, a 2-out double by Andrelton Simmons. We're tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
telecast of Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Subaru, making the world a better place. That's why they created Subaru Loves to Care, Subaru's commitment to a healthier community. And by El Pollo Loco. Try the new fire-grilled chicken burritos today.
Game one of a four-game series between the Angels and the Tampa Bay Rays. We are tied at 1 as we begin the bottom of the fourth inning. Morrison, Geyer, and Souza to face Nick Tropiano. Tropiano with 3 strikeouts, no walks. 3 hits allowed. 2 singles and a home run. Logan Morrison, fly ball to right field the first. Full shift on against the left-handed batter. He'll look at a strike.
Try to get him to chase that little two-seam fastball.
And while he hasn't gotten into a whole lot of trouble, it's just that command is just enough off where the innings haven't been quick for him, or he can just get quick outs, get himself back in the dugout. That's out toward right field. Shane Robinson back. He's near the wall. He'll jump up. It doesn't matter. It's off the top, and it's gone. A home run. Second base umpire Ben May with a call. And on a 2-1 pitch, down and away, Morrison goes down to get it for this 9th of the season.
He's able to get his arms extended once again. He does have good power when he makes contact. And that's running away. A little bit of the zone on the outside part of the plate. And just over that fence in right field. And the reaction by Tropiano was hoping he got away with that one. Did not do so.
Brandon!
Geyer 0 for 1 with a fly ball to left.
Count, a hitter's count. And you mentioned it about Tropiano. I've had a couple conversations with Charles Nagy about Tropiano. He would like to see him trust his stuff a little bit more so to be able to get ahead of the count consistently, trust the movement on his fastball instead of being behind the count.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Talking to Charles, he really believes in the stuff that Tropiano has. He's got a good fastball with good movement. His curveball solid, changeup and split finger fastball, but you have to believe in yourself when you take the mound and get ahead of the count.
Now allowed 10 home runs on the year, this being his 11th start. 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a lot of home runs for under 60 innings pitched.
Yep.
Especially for a guy coming into the season, didn't give up a lot of home runs.
Averaging just over 5 innings per start. 2-2. Check swing. Went around. No help needed for Dana DeMute, the home plate umpire. 1 out.
That was a solid breaker ball from Tropiano. See right here, crossing the plate, swing and miss on a good breaking ball.
Two on Rays, 1 out. Here's Steven Souza Jr. Had a base at the right field in the second. Good fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Souza on his 2nd season with the Rays. Pulls this one to 3rd. Escobar has it. 2 down.
Pretty much right on cue when you look at the Rays, how they score runs, the home run. Now 112 home runs as a team. 2 solo shots today.
They've hit 30 more home runs than the Angels coming into play today, but they had scored 37 fewer runs. A lot of solo home runs, it would think.
Clearly a team that, they're really into the analytics. Don't mind the strikeout. They like the home run ball, and that's what they have done so far this year, but their pitching staff hasn't been as good as they anticipated. Kiermaier not available for quite a bit of time. Their center fielder, their fantastic fielding center fielder.
Kiermaier on the DL with a left hand fracture. Dickerson skies went out to shallow center field. Chavez playing deep, so Simmons is back there. And that'll do it for the Rays. But a leadoff home run by Logan Morrison puts the Rays back on top as we head to the 5th. Just 3 hits allowed. Simmons a double, Trout and Escobar also with hits. The double by Simmons in the 4th inning, getting the Angels on the board, but they still trail 2-1. A couple of solo home runs for the Rays as we begin the 5th. Top of the order coming up. Escobar, Trout, and Pujols. Moore with 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and those 3 hits allowed. Now reached on an error in the 1st inning, doubled over the head of Souza in right field in the 3rd. His 20th double of the year. Eventually stranded at 3rd base.
Escobar could easily have 2 hits already in this game. His bunt was a pretty good one, giving an error to Matt Moore. Coming into the game batting average of .318. It's tops amongst AL third basemen in batting average.
Never seems to get cheated too with the swings.
Well, and again, fastballs back in by Moore against him. Threw a lot of them that last at bat before one of them drifted out over the plate. After a while, as a pitcher, you stay inside enough, one of those pitches are going to drift out, and that's exactly what happened, and Escobar made him pay for it.
Two now. Fouled off.
And as aggressive as Escobar is, especially swinging early in the count, there's 36 strikeouts, 285 at bats this season. Very difficult to strike out. Will make contact. 70 pitches, 47 strikes for Moore. Very effective in the strike zone.
Ball got him. One down. That'll bring up Trout. And let's take on the Rangers Wednesday, July 20th at 7:05. Fans in attendance will receive a Mike Trout pocket T-shirt courtesy of Old Dominion Household Services while supplies last. Go to angels.com/promotions. Get your tickets. The old pocket
T-shirt, yes. Kind of first pitch changeup. You remember the Trout was hacking first pitch fastball earlier in the game, which he doesn't do a whole lot of, swinging the first pitch.
2 balls, no strikes. Trout 1 for 2, a fielder's choice in the first, a single in the third.
Good sequence by Moore against Trout, and it's a bad changeup for a ball. Curveball outside corner for striking, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball away for a strike. Trout, that batting average with 2 strikes, very, very solid. We showed it earlier.
Full count. Pujols on deck. Breaking ball down a right field line, slicing foul. John will get another opportunity.
Change in thought as far as what to attack Trout with. With another series of signs. But Trout sees so many pitches during the course of an at-bat. 4.41 pitches per plate appearance for Trout. Took off to a changeup.
Almost got it a chase, and it misses for ball 4. It's a second pass, free pass issued by Bourne. It's also hit a batter.
'54th walk of the season for Trout. Just a couple behind Josh Donaldson, leading the American League in that category with 56.
Albert 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a fly ball to center.
Albert's been hot of late, batting average over 400 in his last 9 games, which he's hit in all 9.
Good lead for Trout, doesn't go, and this one's fouled back.
Moore's only allowed 1 stolen base in 5 attempts this season, though. But if you guess right, not real quick to the plate. Conger's thrown out 19% of would-be base stealers. Guess right, you should be successful. That's his best move. That one, he quickly steps off and fires over. That's his A move. Tells you he's sensing the Trout may be on the move here in this at bat against Pujols.
Two balls, 1 strike. 82 pitches now thrown by Moore. Play here with 1 out in the 5th. Pujols pops it up left side. Miller to the shortstop calling for it. Almost overruns it.
That was way up there.
Two down.
First baseman, C.J. Cron.
So Trout still at first. Here's Cron, who's 0 for 2. Fly ball to left and a ground ball to second. Halos with a run on 3 hits, no errors, have left 5 on base. The Rays with 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Have left 2 on. Breaking ball chopped toward the middle. Miller can't get it. It's a base hit. Travel turned and head to third. Bobbled out in left field. Trout goes diving into third base. But Dickerson gets the baseball back in. The Halos with runners at the corners now for Johnny Giavitello.
High pitch there for Moore. Not over the plate. CJ gets that foot down. All speed pitch. Hits it by Miller. It's fun watching Trout turn on that afterburner as he got around that angle at second base and slides in to third, first and third. Giapatello's had 2 pretty good swings against Moore, but nothing to show for it. 2 baseballs hit hard to center field.
2 pitches. 0 for 2. John at third, Cron at first. Caught the inside corner on a breaking ball. Johnny looking for an explanation from Danny Demuth. Moore's had 1-2-3 inning. That was in the second. Seemed like he was on the verge of following that up in the third before Escobar doubled. Trout singled. And then the 2-out hit by a pitch in the fourth, kind of extending his innings and that pitch count up. Breaking ball misses. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Last 3 innings, quite a few pitches after a very quick, economical second inning with his 9 pitches, 22, 20, now 23 already. Still not through this inning yet.
This one's out to right field. Souza moves over. That's the 3rd out. Well, to the bottom of the 5th. Angels still down 2-1.
I'm just taking a look at all the little different looks you'll have in the ceiling area here at Tropicana Field. The rafters, the lights, and the comfort of the air conditioning in this yard.
72 degrees, always. Unless the AC breaks down. Then you're in trouble.
Yes.
75 pitches for Nick Tropiano through 4 innings. 4 strikeouts, no walks. Facing Osvaldo Arcia, the DH. Struck out swinging down to second, so he's 0 for 1. ripped foul. Nice play down there. One ball, one strike.
Changeup, he's left up a couple times, a couple of the home runs. The Rays on changeup that kind of drifted out over the plate instead of going down and away. Tropiano in a hitter's count now, trying to sink something away.
The 3-1. High fastball, full count. Another payoff, and he walked a leadoff walk. That's the first free pass issued by Nick. We'll bring up Hank Conger. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. So Archie is on board. Conger up. Hank struck out looking as the leadoff man in the third. First round pick in 06 by the Halos. Marcia takes off and didn't run those on. Fouls it.
The Rays don't do a whole lot of running, just 27 stolen bases. Caught 18 times as a team.
That's pretty close. Archer going and standing up.
We saw the coaching staff for the Rays looking at numbers. A lot of times they'll look and see what the pitcher's tendencies are on certain counts to send runners. Sometimes Tropiano may be a guy that throws an all-speed pitch first pitch. Better chance to send a runner at that point.
Oh, 2 count on the Panda Crusher. Twitter handle Panda Crusher 35. Never a dull moment with Hank.
No.
This one's popped up. First base side. Giavatello. Tiptoes back, makes the catch. One down. Top of the order now coming up for the Rays. Logan Forsythe. Second baseman's 0 for 2.
Trying to work the wave here at the Trop.
2 balls, no strikes. Archie Gadd being checked on. We'll get that foot back on the bag. Leadoff walk for him. Again, another hitter's count at 3-0.
6 times in this game for Tropiano. He's been behind the count 2-0, now 3-0. Forsythe.
And you know what, good with a team like the Rays that have struggled offensively, you can get away with it, although he's given up 2 solo home runs today. You face a team that could swing it
like we just saw up in Boston.
And you might be in trouble.
Yeah, speaking of a slugfest up in Boston, they were down to Texas 4-0 in the first, and they've taken the lead now 5-4. 53 strikes and 89 pitches thrown for Tropiano. Garcia's going here now on a 3-1 count.
That's a number of home runs the Rays have hit this year, now 112. And 3rd in baseball, having derived 49.5% of their runs via the long ball. Mets lead the way, surprisingly. Yeah. Arcia takes off. This one's skied on the right side. Arcia alertly picked up the baseball, gets back to first. As you can tell, makes the catch round number 2. The Mets, Mariners, Rays, Blue Jays, and Orioles.
We get to see Baltimore pretty soon. 24 pitches in the second.
Two outs. Arcia still at first, and here's Miller, 1 for 2. Struck out of the first, homered in the 3rd. His 12th home run of the year, 29th RBI.
Another 2-0 count. Got now 7 in the game for Tropiano.
It's the 20th batter that he has faced today.
Basically a third of the batters he's been behind 2-0.
Two and 1. Fastball in at the knees at 91. Halos out on the road this year, 17-23. It's after the weekend series loss to the Red Sox. 3 more here in Tampa, then 3 in Baltimore to wrap up before the All-Star break. Halos will open up after the All-Star break at home. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Arcia going through a series of signs. Jeff Bandy.
Arcia takes off. Miller takes a strike. And Arcia easily got down. That's Miller looking for it.
That's a firm throw.
That's Miller looking for it. 3-1 fastball. Handles
Got
the
it.
take, and we
Got
have
it.
the
Took it.
Yeah, right. 2-1 Rays.
Of baseball. Seattle taking on the Houston Astros down in Houston, 1-1 in the top of the fourth. Cleveland taking on Detroit. Tigers have won 6 in a row. Cleveland has lost a couple in a row, and Baltimore in Los Angeles take on the Dodgers. A rematch of the 1966 World Series in which the O's swept the Dodgers, allowing only 2 runs in that series. Palmer and Nally both shutouts in that series for the Baltimore Orioles to win the World Series in 66.
Marte, Bandy, and Simmons for the Angels here in the 6th inning. And Marte gets into one to deep left field, and this game is tied at 2. 5th home run of the year, 13th run batted in, and payback for getting drilled on a 1-2 pitch in the 4th.
And aggressively swinging first pitch. The knee hurt, last at bat, now the baseball hurt on this at bat for Marte. And that swing right there, aggressively swinging. Marte, it's worthy of a Carlos Cam replay fastball. He's ready for a fastball on that one. 5th home run. Way out. Marte ties it up.
Jeff Bandy swings through the first one. No balls, 2 strikes. Jet struck out looking into second, walked in the 4th. More 92 pitches now. Looks like the Rays will start to get some action in the bullpen. The Angels have action in their pen. And Bandy gets into one out to left field. Dickerson racing back near the wall, and boy, played awfully, and it goes off the fence. It's a double for Bandy. He will stop there.
We talked about Moore having those big innings going against him. He's allowed 16 home runs coming in the game. A home run by Marte, and nearly another one going back-to-back, almost, by Bandy off the wall for his 3rd double. And the 2 guys that he had struck out earlier in the game looking have now been on base back-to-back. At bats, hit by pitch, a walk for Bandy and Marte last inning, or last at bat, and then a home run, and now a double off the wall. Marte home run, double by Bandy.
So nobody out, Simmons up. Angelton doubled off the wall in left center field. Picked up an RBI in the 4th. 10th double, 14th run batted in. Trying to bunt his way on. Butts it foul.
That was a good decision. He was trying to push that bunt down the first base line. Seeing Morrison well off the base and playing deep. Ramirez in the bullpen getting ready.
That's Garden now. Ramirez was getting ready. Now they've changed things up. Halos have Fernando Salas in their bullpen. There's a bunt back toward the mound. Ball is placed to first. So the sacrifice will advance Bandy to third.
Right fielder, Shane Robinson.
Good job there by Simmons advancing Bandy to third base. Now going to bring the infield in for the Rays against Shane Robinson. Looking for a pitch elevated to hit deep in the air, the drive home Bandy from third.
Robinson a line out and a fly ball to center. Grounds this one over to third. Longoria's got it. Spins around. They've got Bandy in a rundown. Longoria's going to give it up to Matt Moore, the pitcher. And a little pump fake gets Bandy for out number 2. Nice play by Evan Longoria.
Credit Bandy for getting a long enough rundown to allow Robinson to get into scoring position after not able to get the run home. And that good range once again by Longoria. Quickly feeds the ball. Conger at home. But again, Bandy did a nice job of staying in that rundown long enough to allow Robinson to get into scoring position for Escobar.
Top of the order now, Yunel Escobar. Escobar 1 for 3. Doubled in the 3rd. Struck out looking his last time up in the 5th.
Struck him out with a very similar pitch right there. A breaking ball, outer part of plate, and elevated in the strike zone.
Good lead for Robinson at second. Escobar cuts through the high fastball, 1-2.
With a couple slow breaking balls, challenge him upstairs with a fastball. It's actually the last bat of the game for Moore. Next pitch will be pitch number 100. Crowd on deck if Escobar can get a base hit here.
One-two. Breaking ball. Bounce back toward the mound. Halos get the home run by Jeffrey Marte to lead off the 6th. His 5th of the year, 13th RBI that ties things up at 2.
Well, we see ready for this fastball. Marte, first pitch swinging, ties it up with a solo shot.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
On July 4th, 1939, Lou Gehrig delivered his farewell speech in front of a sold-out crowd at Yankee Stadium. Nicknamed the Iron Horse for playing 2,130 consecutive games, Lou retired after being diagnosed with ALS. He was just 36 years old.
Wow, you still get goosebumps when you hear that. One of the most memorable speeches you'll ever hear in anything, any sport, anytime.
Nick Tropiano on the bench, 95 pitches, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's done. The 2-2 game here in the 6th inning. Fernando Salas takes over. Turn in and out. Who's in, who's out. This is Brad Miller, who's at the plate when Arcia got thrown out to end the 5th inning. Fernando pitching in his 38th game, 3-5 record of 4.97 ERA, 38 innings, 27 strikeouts, 11 walks. He's allowed 8 home runs in 38 innings of work.
And that's been of late for Fernando. He was so effective early on the first couple of months, but a lot of appearances. A lot of times getting up and warmed up in the bullpen. Zip and location of the fastball, not quite as crisp as earlier in the season.
That is shot through the left side with the shift on, leadoff single.
Exhibit A there, the fastball was upstairs.
He pitched in 12 games the month of June, went 1-4, gave up 14 hits in 11 1/3 innings. So Longoria will bat with the man on. Miller, by the way, with his 2nd hit of the ball game. Longoria 1 for 2, base at the left and a pop-up to Cron. 3 on the left side, although Giavotella really more up the middle. Up high. Cued toward first. Cron will field it. That's a fair ball. Longoria retired for the first out, and Miller to second. Fortunately for CJ, saw the spin on that ball and charged it at the last second.
Yeah, if he waits back, though, that's going to roll foul. If you take that out, especially with Longoria at the plate. Gets off the base. He comes in and cuts that angle off quickly. Good decision by CJ Cron.
Logan Morrison now up. Rays first baseman, 1 for 2. Homer to the 4th.
Miller now 8 for 17 against the Angels this season.
Halo still looking for that first win against the Rays. Swept early May at the Big A. 1-0 count. Looped out to left center field. It's a base hit. New left fielder Daniel Nava's out there. He comes up firing. Miller is going to score on the single. And the Rays are back on top 3-2. Morrison with the 2nd RBI of the game.
And this jammed him. This flares that into left center field. Nava charges it quickly. Took a lot on that throw. It looked like Simmons was put himself in position to cut that off and fire home.
Nava taking over for Marte here in the 6th. There's Brandon Guyer, 0 for 2. Fly ball to left and a strikeout. Both teams now with 6 hits. Both times the Angels have scored, the Rays have answered right back. Geyer lifts it out to shallow center. Trout coming in to make the catch. 2 down.
The right fielder, Steven Souza Jr.
Souza Jr. coming up. 1-for-2 game with a single back second. 3-2 Rays. We're in the 6th. Halos in the 7th have Trout, Pujols, and Cron coming up. Nobody warming right now. Garten was ready to go. I guess you could send more back out there. He's high this year as far as pitches thrown, 114. He's gone over the century mark last 4 starts. Souza takes a strike.
That's the power coming into plate going against him, though. He's allowed 14 home runs against right-handed batters. Moore has this year. Of his 17 home runs.
One and 2, good location on that fastball. Now it's Erasmo Ramirez playing catch in the bullpen. This one's down the line. That's a fair ball. Morrison rounding second, headed to third. Nava overplays the carrot, being waved around as Morrison. The throw comes in to Escobar. The relay not in time. And Souza ends up at third base, and it's 4-2.
And break down the line for Souza Jr. and just inside that chalk. While the bullpen mounds. And once that throw got by Simmons, more difficult play to have at the plate.
A double for Souza. He took third on the throw home. His 11th double, picks up his 26th RBI. Two outs and a man at third. Here's Corey Dickerson. Two fly ball outs for Dickerson, the left fielder. Two out. Fouled back. Three balls, one strike. Angels have J.C. Ramirez now loosening. 2 runs in, snapping a 2-2 tie. It's 4-2 Rays. Off speed outside, he walked him. Charles Aggie's going to come out. Struggles for Fernando Salas. Fortunately, continuing to roll here.
And you notice a little bit of a drop in velocity on his fastball. Command of his all-speed pitches also. At about 88 to 90 was consistent early on. 90 to 92, 93 range with his fastball.
Arcia coming up. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second, walked in the fifth. Arcia pulls one foul. Seen that a couple of times today. He's down in front.
So he's in that pull mode right now. Pretty close to being down the heart of the plate. A fastball, tried to pull it.
Pulled to right field. Robinson is there. And he'll put it away for the third out. But the Rays strike for 2 as we head to the 7th. Halos now trailing 4-2. Here comes the 0-2. That's driven out to left field. Going back on it is Hose. At the wall. Gone! Drive home safely.
And Trout, one of his 3 walk-off home runs in his amazing career so far. For Mike Trout, coming to the plate now, still against Matt Moore. They're here in the top of the 7th.
Kicked off the fireworks early in that night. See if the Angels have something in the 7th inning. Moore's back out for the 7th. Trout, Pujols, Crone. Down 4-2. Mike 1 for 2. Singled and a walk. Breaking ball missing down and in. Ramirez ready to go in the bullpen. Could be a batter-to-batter situation for Moore. There's Erasmo. Thought about pulling the trigger, lays off, borderline strike.
The upper part of the strike zone, still a good velocity on the fastball for Moore, 93. Yeah, if Moore walks Trout here, he's going to be out of the game. If he gets Trout out, he'll still be in this one.
Little flare foul.
My Hyundai key for this game on this 4th of July. American Pie. Again, using that whole field. So far, Moore's done a very good job as far as negating that. A couple good swings though. Marte a home run to left, a double off the wall for Escobar in right.
Three-two to Trout, and that is drilled out to center field, but Geyer will make the catch. That ball was smoked. One down.
Well, you can't hit a baseball any harder than that.
Here's Albert. Albert 0 for 3. He's popped out twice to an infielder, once to center. One ball, one strike. Here's the 1-2 to Albert. Breaking ball. This is low.
That was a pretty close pitch, really, when that curveball crossing the plate.
J.C. Ramirez getting ready for the Angels. He'll pitch the 7th. 2-2. Full count. There's a payoff. Albert bounces the foul. Well, not in front of that breaking ball. 112 pitches for Moore, 73 strikes. 3 punch outs, 2 walks, a hit batter. This is popped up. Seems like it's playable. Longoria calling for it. 2 outs. Kevin Cash is going to come out and make a pitching change here. With 2 outs and nobody on, why would you do that? To retire the 2 tough guys.
Yeah, you would think
Crow's going well,
but go through that inning,
right? Moore removed. Ramirez coming on. Rays up 4-2.
Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by the Chevy Drive event at your Southern California Chevy dealers. By USAA Insurance, banking and investments tailored for the military community. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
2 outs, nobody on, 4-2 Rays. Matt Moore is done after 6 2/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Gives way to Erasmo Ramirez to face C.J. Cron. Cron will take a strike. Ramirez, a 26-year-old, pitching in his 35th game, 7-7, 4.30 ERA.
Fastball's 89-93, slider, curve, change. See that slider right there from him. Good career numbers for Ramirez against the Angels. 2.50 ERA. It's over 36 innings pitched.
Cron, this one fouling out of play. 1-2. CJ 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 5th. Foul tipped into the bit, and that's the 3rd out. The Angels go down in order. 7th inning stretch time here in St. Petersburg, Florida, in game 1 of this 4-game series. The Angels trailing it by the score of 4-2. We will turn things over as we honor America with the singing of God Bless America.
We ask at this time that you please rise, remove your caps, and join First Class Petty Officer Alex Kuhn as he performs God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Score of 4-2. Happy 4th of July, and hope you're enjoying your afternoon. See if the Angels can turn things around here in the 8th and 9th, but it'll be up to J.C. Ramirez to keep it a 2-run deficit. This will be his 5th game with the Angels. No record. He's allowed 2 earned runs in 4 2/3 innings so far. Angels picking him up a waiver claim. Cincinnati Reds. He'll face 9-1-2. Conger, Forsythe, and Miller here in the 7th. Hank swinging first pitch, pops it up. Jeff Bandy can't find the baseball, and fortunately goes into the seats. He never saw it.
Not at all. You know, sometimes you'll see that, especially in a dome stadium. Very difficult as that baseball, especially as a catcher. Try to look up quickly to be able to track that baseball, a difficult task.
A little brighter in day games as well. No balls and a strike on Hank, who struck out looking into 3rd, popped out of the 5th.
Here we go, Hank. Oh, Ramirez has good life on his fastball. 96 to 99 range. And if he can develop a changeup, something off speed to go along with his break ball and that power fastball, he has a chance. Some special things out of the bullpen.
He had a rare treat in that Ramirez also from Nicaragua. He had 2 pitchers currently on the mound. Well, not simultaneously.
That would be
interesting. 10 pitchers ever in Major League Baseball, as Johnny has this one. Never come from Nicaragua. He had 2 of them pitching in the same game. Erasmo and J.C. Ramirez. Retires Conger for the first down here in the 7th.
And now it's time for the Quicken Loans Rocket Arms, which is going tomorrow. Jake Odorizzi on the mound for Tampa Bay Rays. Tim Lincecum on the mound, 1 and 2 so far. Wearing that halo uniform. Odorizzi's been solid. 3.91 ERA for the Rays. There's Lincecum right there. Give him an extra day. And he's still battling and trying to get back. I mean, he only had 3 starts in the minor leagues, 3 starts now at the major league level. Trying to build that arm strength, better velocity, control.
Forsythe, the leadoff man, and second baseman's 0 for 3. Shoots this one down the right field line. Is slicing out of play. Robinson. Did all he had. That family's been busy today, clearing out of the way. Down goes Forsythe, 2 down. Fastball from Ramirez.
Number 13, the shortstop, Brad Miller.
Has some pretty good movement on his fastball also. Talk about the velocity he has. He has some good movement.
Miller grounds this one over to second. Giavotella has it. And a 1-2-3 inning for the first time today for an Angels pitcher. 7 complete, 4-2 Rays.
go, and the Rays lead the Angels 4-2 on Patrick O'Neill, asking you to stick around after this game for Angels Live. Hopefully the Angels can rally for a victory. I'll have Jose Mota for some top-notch analysis and get some interviews as well. I got myself a cowbell. Why wouldn't I? But I'm not going to ring it. Number one, I'm not a Rays fan. Number two, it would be against cowbell etiquette. That's right. You can only ring the cowbell here when a pitcher has 2 strikes on a batter, or the Rays get a hit or a run, or you're asked by Rays Vision. Now, this Christopher Watkins, the new owner of the Rays in 2006, liked it so much, they got themselves, everybody here, ringing these cowbells. Because I got a fever. Victor and Mark, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
You got to do it. You got to do it in the top of the 8th inning, or the bottom of the 8th inning.
Okay.
If, I guess it looks like Jhoulys Chacín's getting ready. So when Chacín gets 2 strikes on a hitter, you got to be the only guy ringing that cowbell.
Okay, I may get, because you can't get ejected, but I'm sure you guys, I can ring it on the 7th floor all night, though. That's where you guys are staying.
By the way, great song, too, by the way. Blue Oyster Cult.
Giavotella, Marte, and Bandy for the Angels here in the 8th. Erasmo Ramirez came into the 7th and struck out C.J. Cron, so he's gone the 3rd of an inning.
Rays bullpen over their last 16 games, ERA over 10. Hasn't been as effective as it was earlier in the season.
Halo's offense at times have been able to score runs late in games. Only down 2 in the last 16 games.
11 home runs, too, and 42 2/3 innings pitched out of the bullpen.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Johnny, 3 fly ball outs today. Ground ball to the right side, and that'll sneak through for a base hit. Leadoff single for the Angels here in the 8th.
Real good piece of hitting by Giavotella. A breaking ball down, didn't try to pull it, stayed back and let it travel deeper in the strike zone. Base hit between first and second. Little slider, stayed back on that one very well. That was the thought process there for Giavotella. Hit the ball that way, especially on a slider. Good swing.
Now his first plate appearance, and Conger has that one pop out of the glove, so Giavotella will advance in a scoring position.
Probably ended up being a pass ball by Hank Conger.
That's what it is.
Late movement, didn't turn the glove the right way. It goes off the glove for an advancement for Giavotella.
Nava lifts one out toward left field. Dickerson back a couple of steps. Makes the catch. 1 out. Brings up Jeff Bandy. Hey, follow Angels Baseball live with MLB.com at bat app. Stay up to the moment at any moment with game day, live game video highlights, StatCast news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat. Number 1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet.
Number 47, Jeff Bandy.
Kevin Cash looking on to wonder if there was going to be a pinch hitter at some point. At the lefty down in the bullpen for the Rays. Cole Calhoun available also off the bench for Mike Scioscia.
Bandy 1 for 2 with a double. Cam Bedrosian has joined Chacín, getting ready in the Angels pen. One ball, 1 strike.
Maris has allowed 8 home runs in 53 innings pitched this year.
One and two.
His name's been banded around as far as possible trade made for the Rays.
One, two. Bandy strikes out swinging. 2 down.
Challenge with a fastball down the heart of the plate. It's a fastball by Bandy.
Number 2, Andrelton Simmons.
So it'll be up to Simmons to keep this inning going. Givatella standing at second. Andrelton had an RBI double in the 4th, sack bunt in the 6th. 1 for 2 games so far. Ground ball up the middle, hit the mound. That's a second baseman foresight. Nice play, and the Angels leave a man in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Still 4-2 Rays. Don't miss the biggest stars in all of baseball together on the same field. It's the 2016 MLB All-Star Game next Tuesday, live from San Diego and only on Fox. Jhoulys Chacín takes over on the mound. Sent to the bullpen to make room for Nick Tropiano. Chacín on the season 2-5 with the Angels. 10 games All-Star, 6-11, or 6.11 ERA. 31 strikeouts, 25 walks in 53 innings, and he'll face Longoria, Morrison, and Geyer. First one's in for a strike. Chacín did have a relief appearance last year, September 27th, against the San Diego Padres, but this is just his second since 2010. Longoria lifts one out to right. One down.
And with Logan Morrison coming to the plate, top tier play of the game brought to you by Arco. Got jammed a little bit, but strong enough to fight that into left center field for an RBI single for Morrison. And back before that, had a solo shot. So 2 for 3, couple RBI for Logan Morrison.
Pops this one up on the third base side, headed to the seats behind the dugout. One ball, one strike. You'd be asking why Chacin to the bullpen as opposed to sending him down. Well, he's out of options. So he would have to, you'd have to designate it for Simon. Just want to keep him. You need a guy that can provide you some length out of the bullpen. Especially some of the struggles the Angel starters have had this year.
When he's been aggressive, he's been very good. Sometimes when you go down to the bullpen, you have to be that mindset, being aggressive. Translate that back if they want to put him back in the starting rotation at some point.
Two balls, two strikes. This one lifted out to shallow left. Allen comes in. 2 down. Looking ahead to the Angels' 9th inning. Robinson, Escobar, Trout, 9-1 and 2. Dana Evelyn getting ready, the left-hander.
Now out in left field, replacing Jeffrey Marte. That left knee bothered him after the home run. The left knee contusion for Marte to leave the game. Now out in left field, we saw him in the last couple of innings. Figured that was going to be the case with Marte at some point, especially got hit as hard as he did with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Matt Moore just above the knee.
Dribbler foul off the body. Brandon Guy, the center fielder, 0 for 3. Right-hander Ryan Garden is getting ready. No balls, 2 strikes.
Too good of an 0-2 pitch for Chacin there.
One ball, 2 strikes. Guy reaching for it, keeps his at-bat alive. Breaking ball way off the plate. Both teams with 7 hits. Rays have a couple of home runs, solo shots. McMiller in the 3rd, Morrison in the 4th. Morrison chipped in with an RBI single in the 6th inning. Steven Souza Jr. an RBI double that snapped the tie, gave the Rays a 4-2 lead. Full count. After getting ahead, no balls, 2 strikes.
Played off a couple pretty tough breaking balls.
Payoff pitch. This is pulled and gloved by Escobar for the 3rd out. Chacin with a 1-2-3/8. We head to the 9th. 9-1-2 coming up for the Angels, down 4-2. Enjoying your 4th of July with friends and family here in St. Petersburg. It's game 1 of a 4-game set, and the Angels need a rally here in the 9th inning to avoid dropping this opener of the series. Robinson, Escobar, and Trout here in the 9th. Dana Eveland will come out and start the 9th inning with 2 arms still getting ready for the Rays. Interesting play. Remember Alex Colomé, the guy who racked up 19 saves for the Rays, is now on the disabled list, so they're trying to piece things together. Shane Robinson 0 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice in his last plate appearance. First one did for a strike. Erasmo Ramirez went an inning and a third, allowed 1 hit, struck out 2, and the rest zeros.
Eveland's fastball is 87 to 92 range, slider, changeup. I think Cash was thinking that maybe Mike Scioscia would have pinch hit Cole Calhoun, maybe that'd bring him into lefty end.
Breaking ball, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. As we were talking at break, if that's the case, they're kind of wasting it by bringing Eveland in and let Robinson hit. Or maybe he wanted to keep Cole just on the bench and not even force the issue. 0-2. Robinson goes down swinging, 1 out.
Big time break ball well off the inside corner. And a swing and miss.
So a situational lefty to get the first out here in the 9th. A lot of high fives for Dana Eveland to get that first out, and only on the 9th. 4-2 Rays. Pitching change. The Florida native on in relief at AAA this year, 15 games, 1-0 record, a 2.31 ERA. The 34th round pick this year in the big leagues, 11 games, 1-0 mark, and a 5.11 earned run average. He's got Yunel Escobar and Mike Trout, although action continuing in the Rays bullpen. Yunel Escobar 1 for 4. He had a double back in the third.
And Garden's fastball is 90-95, cut fastball, curveball, changeup.
It's a 34th round selection. Florida Atlantic University. He was born in Clearwater, grew up in Newport Richey, Florida. Went to Boca Raton for college. Fastball upstairs, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0.
Uneasy crowd here at the Trop, knowing that their bullpen of late has really struggled.
Three and 1. Escobar fouls it off. Full count. Trout on deck and Pujols, should we get that far? That's a walk. It'll bring up the tying run.
So all you can ask for in the 9th inning is bring that tying run to the plate. And have Trout followed by Pujols now.
Mike's had a 1 for 3 game, a single and a walk. Takes a strike.
Going back-to-back fastballs against Trout so far. Talked about Trout though. Behind in the count, still very good numbers, including a base hit behind in the count earlier in the game. 338 coming into this ball game.
Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. Dana DeMuth rings it up, and it got the top part of the strike zone. 2 down.
Just barely touching the upper part of the strike zone. On our Fox tracks, yes, in the zone though. A high strike you're going to see more often called supposedly next year as compared to the low strike. Just above the belt. Certainly wasn't on the swing, it was on the location of the pitch.
So Escobar at first will get a walking lead. Morrison way off. He now will take second. Albert went around 0-1. Committed to swing at that pitch.
And Albert has not swung at the first pitch a whole lot this season.
Both for 4 fly ball outs. Moore, the pitcher of record for the Rays. Salas for the Angels. Rays scoring twice in the 6th inning against Fernando. 1-1. That went up around Albert's neck.
And Matthew try that one again. Albert looking at fastball, got one, but it's very difficult to make contact when it's at shoulder height.
Check swing, did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and you're right, they went back upstairs again.
And when you see a swing like that, pitch before, you have to try it again, and he almost chased that one.
Albert chopping it foul. Renige's got it. Reset it, do it again.
When break a ball now, you would think he's going to try to go upstairs with a fastball after the breaking ball.
Garden trying to pick up his first major league save. Albert pulls one down the line, off the glove and right to the umpire. Falls back in Longoria's hands, and that helps the Rays as it hit the third base umpire, Mike Estabrook. It's a single for Albert, and still a 2-run deficit.
This ball was hit hard off the glove and then off of Estabrook and right back to Longoria. Potentially a play.
Nothing Estabrook could do. It was the glove that forced that ball toward the umpire. Jim Hickey's going to come out and pay a visit. Gregorio Petit takes over at first base. He's the pinch runner for Albert.
Again, even though Escobar was unable to score on that ball, the most important run really now is at the first base to be able to potentially tie it up regardless.
But it kind of prevents Albert from getting to second base and getting that tying run into scoring position.
But Escobar
what a fluke play.
Yeah, couldn't do anything with that. Tried to get out of the way.
That's one of those, if you've got the wherewithal to spin around and throw to first.
Yeah, because he hit it that hard and it got back to Longoria quickly.
Well, and as a base runner, you're not running straight up the line as a normal ground ball.
No.
You're making the turn thinking that it's a double.
Yeah, you're thinking doubles.
So first and third. 2 outs. Here's C.J. Cron.
What you're hoping for right now from C.J. is get a fastball first pitch and do some damage. Very effective on this road trip as far as the home run ball. 3 of them on this trip. And he was looking first pitch fastball. Got a cut fastball instead. No doubles defense by the outfield here for the Rays.
A 1 pitch. It's down low, blocked by Conger. Houston Street loosening in the Angels' pen. Just in case Cron gets a hold of one. 1-1 pitch. 1-2.
And that cut fastball in that zone for C.J. Cron to crush. Tried to pull the trigger on it, let it go inside part of the plate.
1-2 from Garten upstairs. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Escobar at third. Petit tying run at first. Now the 2-2. Petit takes off and Cron fouls it back.
Fastball off the inside corner. .333 batting average with runners in scoring position for Cron.
Petit again takes off. This one's popped up behind the plate. Conger can't find it. Here comes Logan Morrison. The Angels drop the opener of this series by the final of 4-2.
Well, he had a chance. Garten picks up his first major league save. It wasn't an easy one for him facing Trout, Pujols, and then eventually getting C.J. Cron to pick up his first save as the Rays win game 1 of this 4-game set, 4-2.
Halos made it interesting late, but 2 runs in the 6th inning allowed by Fernando Salas. A difference in this one as Tampa Bay takes game 1 of a 4-game set. 4-2 the final. Stick around. Angels Live postgame is coming up next.